This week we continue a two-part excursion extravaganza of the one and only Southeast BBQ Showdown in beautiful capital city, Lake Murray Country, South Carolina. Top barbecue chefs and pitmasters from all over the world have converged here at Segra Park to find out who's going to take home the title of Grand Champion.
Well, South Carolina is known for its barbecue, and what we're doing with the Southeastern BBQ Showdown, we're staking our claim that the Southeastern BBQ Showdown in Columbia, South Carolina will be the king, queen, and everything of barbecue.
Smoke is in the air over Segra Park, home of the Columbia Fireflies, and now the first ever Southeastern BBQ Showdown. Day one was a blast. The teams arrived, the wood-burning Lang smokers heated up, and the Compart Family Farms Duroc pork was being rubbed and prepared for battle.
Clean this up a little bit more. I'm not going to do too much to it. I believe in leaving well enough alone, and I do believe this is well enough. So I got a few more of these money mussels to trim up. We're going to put them on marinade, and we're going to get ready to go.
Oh, did you smell that? Did you smell that, Kevin? What do you like about cooking on wood?
Oh man, the smell, it just reminds me of home.
Yeah. Now I saw that rub on there. That's y'all's special rub.
Yeah, we make that in-house at Warmouth, right down the street.
Okay.
So yeah, we do everything in-house. We cook them every week, whole hog, barbecue. I shovel in a brick pit.
Everything from the red oak and beautiful color that brings to the pork, to Jason hand selecting that beautiful Carolina pork. There's nowhere nobody else is gonna do swine, which is the most majestic of all God's creatures, the justice as this man will have.
I love it.
Slow, man.
You're a wordsmith.
We're getting deep.
I love it.
I feel inspired. We're eating barbecue. We're preaching the gospel of Carolina soul and barbecue, man. You gotta get fired up.
Event MC and food championship veteran Mark Conway helped set the stage for these competitors, laid out the rules clearly, and wished these pitmasters luck on their day 2 journey. Mark, it's the big day.
It is. We're here. I mean, it's taken forever to get here, but now we're here and everything's on fire.
Close proximity to this place, maybe even a mile, you start smelling it.
You do. It's everywhere. I mean, you've got, what, 20 smokers going with pitmasters that go from Texas to the Carolinas to Japan, everywhere.
What's fun here, some of these guys are sleep deprived.
Oh, yeah. They are all sleep
Tell
deprived.
already.
They are all sleep deprived.
But they're doing their job.
They are.
Okay, what's it take at this stage? What does it take? Is it endurance? Is it just knowledge?
We're going to call it a couple things. We're going to intestinal fortitude.
Okay.
Lots of intestinal fortitude. We're going to talk about a just stubborn drive to win.
Okay.
It is, they don't want to let themselves down. They don't want to miss the win, but at the same time, they don't want to let barbecue down.
Let's talk about the stages. We have 4 proteins today.
That's right.
What's coming out first? What's coming out last?
So essentially what happens today, they've been cooking all night. They got the cooks meeting at 11:30 yesterday. They started lighting the fires then, but they've literally had to watch their clocks to add more wood to the fire all night, all morning, all the way until they're finally finished. But because the first turn-in happens right after 11 a.m., and that's chicken. So they've got a lot to process and do right now in early hours of the morning to get to that point, because then right after that first turn-in, it's kind of like that first domino goes down, an hour later, an hour later, an hour later. So you'll go chicken, then you go ribs, pork, brisket, and it's just boom, 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 boom.
Okay.
There's no rest for the weary at that point.
Big smokers down there.
Yep.
Tell me what's happening there.
So celebrity chef Jada Cote has taken on the task to cook a Compart Duroc, about 130-pound whole hog. It is completely intact. Head, ears, feet, the whole 9 yards is sitting right in that smoker right there. And we're gonna do a good old-fashioned pig picking. So we're gonna wheel that through the stadium, up into the VIP area, and we're just gonna pull pork out and just go crazy with this pig. And you gotta see when it's fully decorated what this thing looks like.
Right. Tell me what you're putting on here, Jay.
This is just apple cider vinegar.
Okay.
Just to add a little moisture to this side and a little acid, because we're gonna cook it the rest of the way, flip the other way.
Let's go. Watch that juice. Yeah. There we go. What's this doing?
It's just lubing up that skin with some oil which once we wrap it in foil should help it stay kind of crispy and help it keep that color. That's kind of the color that I want on there right now.
Yeah, it's like an orange amber. So that smoke flavor's already in there.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that meat right here.
Grab it.
Woo.
Really?
Oh yeah, if you can pull it off, go for it.
I can pull it off.
It'll pull. You can eat it.
Oh yeah, good flavor, guys.
Before we explored the stadium and check on the progress of the competitors, we wanted to learn a little more about why Capital City, Lake Murray Country, South Carolina is the perfect place for an epic barbecue event such as this.
First Southeastern BBQ Showdown in the heart of Columbia. How special is this for you?
Wow, this is exciting. You know, I'm a food guy anyway. I spent 21 years in the restaurant business, so for me, I love watching all this competition, but that it's here in the capital city.
Yeah.
And, you know, people are excited about it.
You're Charleston based, but there's a lot going on here in this Midlands area, Columbia.
Yes, sir. Yeah, absolutely. We are privileged enough to work with Experience Columbia a lot and the Lake Murray Country CBB.
Have you had a chance to sample like I have out there?
Just a little bit too much, honestly. Yeah. Yeah, it's the good heat of Columbia, and the meat has mixed well. So yeah, it's been good.
Well, you've held up better than me. I got barbecue stains on it.
Well, I didn't wear white shorts today for a reason. So we were there. Yeah, exactly. This is a throwaway polo too. So there we go.
Tell me about what this whole barbecue showdown means to this whole region.
Any opportunity we have to showcase the great food that we have here, and not just Columbia, but the Columbia region. You know, we know the wonderful Lake Murray, Capital City Country folks are sponsoring this event for the first year ever, bringing all of these people into the region to taste the barbecue. But it shines a light on the food that we have here. We're sitting here with our pimento cheese. We have a pimento cheese trail here. Almost every restaurant you go in, you find people serving pimento cheese. And our food scene is growing with James Beard nominations, James Beard winners now. We just had our first winner, but it shines a light on the different types of food, the caliber of food we have here, and just to bring people in to taste barbecue right in our backyard.
All the competition teams I've talked to so far, like, this has been a great experience so far. So I think that says a lot.
Well, I love the local flair you got here. You got folks from Japan here, you got folks from Texas, Georgia, then you got your locals here too, and they're holding their own, man. They're good.
The hidden gem, you know, I tell people all the time, you know, you can go across our state, in our city and find incredible foods. You just got to know where to go. People keep it kind of quiet. They don't want everybody to know about it. I'm not surprised at all about the excitement that the local teams have. I mean, going over there and trying a little bit of Roy's. He made something at an event the other night we went to that was with this duck, and it was unbelievable. Talking with these folks like that is what's exciting about it. And I think that's what the crowd's going to be excited about, because they're all into it as well. And that makes a big difference.
When we return, well, I start eating. Yep, this is what we've been waiting for.
Hey! You make me come alive. I've never felt so free. Can't get you off my mind. There's still so much to see. You bring out the best in me. Make me come alive. There's still so much to see. You make me come alive. I never felt so free.
This is my smoker. I searched all over the place to find the right one. We were even going to build our own, and then I found the Lang. We use this smoker at the Southern Ground Social Club at our restaurant to smoke our meats and stuff. We use it here to throw down at the house. You can ride 200 degrees if you look on right here. That's dead on 200 degrees. This is my Lang smoker. Try to take it from me.
We're cooking on a Lang.
There's a city in the heart of South Carolina where you can recharge, reconnect, or relax.
I love experiencing the energy in Columbia. You can really tailor your Columbia experience.
Make plans for your next great escape to Columbia, South Carolina.
If you want live music, amazing record stores, some of the best restaurants with Southern cuisine, experience Columbia.
Get an insider's guide at experiencecolumbiasc.com and find the weekend you've been wishing for.
Even though everyone is hanging out and having fun here in Columbia, South Carolina, this is still a serious competition, and hard work lies ahead. Showdown MC Mark Conway tells us what we can expect as the competition dishes start filing in.
Go get them. There you go.
All right, Mark, it's underway.
It is.
Tell me what's happening now.
So right behind us here are the CBA judges.
Okay.
Now, what happens here, it's a very strict blind policy. They actually don't know whose dish they're tasting.
Okay.
Everything is by a barcode. It's all technology driven so that it's a fair judging across the board. You don't have to worry about, well, somebody's judging somebody's friend or family member because nobody has any idea. So at 11:50, that turn-in window opened and they had 10 minutes to make that first turn-in. But at noon, it's a hard close.
Got it. That's all the guys running down.
You're right.
Yeah,
they start running if they take too long. So thankfully, everyone got turned in.
Okay, good.
We didn't have anybody miss.
No one dropped it.
No one dropped it, which is a big plus.
Yeah.
So what you see right here is each judge is given a box,
Okay.
and they're opening it and they're looking at things like taste and texture and execution and flavor, and all those things that separate one dish from another, because it's not like a head-to-head. It's not going, I like this one better than this one.
Okay.
You are scoring each box against itself.
Box 1-5.
And when you open a clamshell and you look at that box, it should look like there are 6 beautiful, perfect portions.
Got it.
And so there's a heck of a lot, but it goes in, it goes fast, and then they come right back around at 12:50 with the next turn in, which is ribs.
Ooh, all right, we might have to hang around for that.
Might have to just stick right here.
Mark?
Yeah.
We're on the 4th protein?
The last protein of the day.
Okay, tell me what's happening now.
So right now they are going through brisket. Brisket is one of those quintessential barbecue proteins. It's kind of the gold star. It's what everybody really wants to be the best at. They want to have the best brisket. You see that in barbecue restaurants, you see that in barbecue cooking. So we had our last turn-in, and so far today, the first 3 turn-ins very smooth. Good 5 minutes left on the clock, and everybody was turned in. We get to brisket. 2 teams are still out with 5 minutes to go. 2 teams are still out with 3 minutes to go.
I kept hearing your voice over the PA.
I'm going, please get in here right now. And when you look at the walk, a lot of teams fail to account for how long that walk will take.
It's a sport. There's rules.
It is a rule.
Yeah.
It is a hard pass rule. So we were counting down to get those last teams in. Thankfully, with about 60 seconds to spare, the final team made turn in.
That's awesome. This whole thing, it's a marathon for them, but it's a fun one.
It is.
It's fun, and I'm seeing the camaraderie. I was just talking to Brian. He loves this thing.
Oh, Brian. He's all about barbecue.
Yeah.
You know, he's had a great time. Mark Henry, I drove him around to meet the teams. He had a phenomenal time with the teams. But I don't know if you noticed this, but a lot of them are making little side treats.
Yeah.
That they're sharing with everybody.
Oh, yeah.
I went over to Robert Smith and he gave me those meat shots. It was like candy.
Yeah. Okay, they leveled the playing field with the Lang smokers.
Yep.
Everyone's got that same meat, but I'm trying all this, everybody does it different.
It's completely different. And to watch each one, especially when they come down to that presentation, that last bit, that holding beforehand, watching Robert Smith, he's won 6 competitions this year, and to watch him take his briskets off, they're so scientific about it, watching that time and that temperature, and then pulling it out. He uses Kerrygold butter, for God's sakes, to melt across the top of it, to keep that moisture and keep that fat going through there. He wraps it for a specific amount of time, pulls it at a specific temperature. He talks about the way that he's pulling that brisket out and holding it so that the ends don't flake. Like, these are things that your normal restaurant or normal barbecue person doesn't think about. So the science and the protocol and the technique that they use is unlike anything else that's out there.
These guys, they're competing, but they're all buddies.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, being able to walk through after being at World Food Championship for as long as I have, and being at barbecue competitions and being a barbecue guy, to see guys like Chris Williams, who's down here, he's a South Carolina native, right here in Columbia, being able to represent his town amongst all of these people that are going to be filling this stadium up in a little while. I mean, that's just a really cool thing. Then you've got Japan, you've got Al Lino, who's up there, who I met in Dallas when he was doing his barbecue over there. Everybody's out there to make sure that everybody's got a level playing field, but when it comes to technique, that stuff is hush-hush.
Yeah, I've noticed. I'm like, how long did you cook it for? And they're just...
Yeah, just a little while. Not too long. A little longer than normal, but not too long.
Yeah, what temp? It was pretty high.
Exactly.
But
the funniest part about it is to hear people, and it is that conversation that have, what are you smoking with? You know, and it's always that idea, which either comes down to the equipment they're using, the wood they're using, or the protein that they're using and where that protein comes from. So it's kind of neat to hear everybody have their own little ways about it, and it just makes for barbecue. Everybody's sitting down at 6 o'clock this morning having beers. Come on, you can't beat that at all.
Exactly.
When we return, the results start coming in. The category champs are crowned, narrowing the competition down to the top 5.
Hey, bring out the best in me. Hey! You make me come alive.
There's still so much to see.
You make me come alive. I never felt so free.
This is my smoker. I searched all over the place to find the right one. We were even going to build our own, and then I found the Lang. We use this smoker at the Southern Ground Social Club at our restaurant to smoke our meats and stuff. We use it here to throw down at the house. You can ride 200 degrees if you look on right here. That's dead on 200 degrees. This is my Lang smoker. Try to take it from me.
We're cooking on a Lang. There's a city in the heart of South Carolina where you can recharge, reconnect, or relax.
I love experiencing the energy in Columbia. You can really tailor your Columbia experience.
Make plans for your next great escape to Columbia, South Carolina.
If you want live music, amazing record stores, some of the best restaurants with Southern cuisine, experience Columbia.
Get an insider's guide at experiencecolumbiasc.com and find the weekend you've been wishing for.
Capital City, Lake Murray country, the jewel of South Carolina, is cooking here at Segra Park. The Lang smokers and Compart pork have leveled the playing field. But what's crazy is how different every result comes out. Different rubs, different presentations, cooked at different temps. Columbia's mayor joined in on the fun as well. And just like me, he wanted to see what this Japanese team was whipping up.
Deep soy sauce, Wagyu sushi with the ginger on top.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good?
Columbia approves.
Man. And then the flavors, the soy, that's like a glaze. Not really a soy sauce because it's not as salty, so you can still, it doesn't flavor the meat at all. And the ginger blends really nice.
Thank you. There's two different flavors, and one is a sweet soy sauce with the ginger on the top.
Okay.
And the second one is a hot mayo sauce with the jalapeno and a pineapple and tortilla on the top. So actually, in Japan, we just eat it like that raw.
Okay.
But maybe people in US, not too many.
We're adapting. Yeah.
Raw,
Yeah.
so we just burn it with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Looks beautiful. Thank you. Good to be here. Good to be here in Tokyo. I love that. Yes, sir. You ever had Wagyu sushi?
I never had Wagyu sushi. I've had Wagyu, but Wagyu sushi, I mean, that was phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm glad we got to experience that.
Yeah, I mean, wow, I wasn't expecting that. And in the blend, I mean, you did not lose the flavor of the meat. I think that's what was so important.
How fun is something like this? You're in the restaurant business, you were.
Yeah.
How fun is this to see all these different styles? They're getting the same meat, the same grills, different styles coming. It's got to be neat to see all that.
I love it because now I want to know what they did. You know, all right, how'd you do that? What was the cooking? What did you do different? What sauces do you use? Why did you candy that, not that? You know, It's fun just having the conversation with all these competitors.
Food TV stars like Jada Cody and Brian Duffy have also been joined by Columbia's mayor and world's strongest man, Mark Henry, to help judge and make sure only the best move on to the next leg of the competition. They also get to hand out the awards.
First place chickens here at the Southeastern BBQ Showdown. The one, the only, first place barbecue. And in first place ribs, Tailgater Hater. And first in pork with a perfect score, Tailgater Hater. That is no small task to score a perfect score in pork. And number one, first place in brisket, Cool and Rooster.
Congratulations, you won the People's Choice Award. So tell us what you made.
So we did a Hawaiian-inspired pulled pork. We smoked the pineapples in the smoker, and we just did a lot of secret ingredients in our barbecue sauce.
Well, there you go, secret ingredients, but it won your very first People's Choice Award. Congratulations, sous chefs.
Oh, would you guys want to hear something else? maybe just some overall top 10. 6 through 10 have been awarded their plaques. 1 through 5 still have a battle to fight. The first top 5 teams will now take their baseball plates back to their booths, and they will begin to prepare and cook their final dishes. There are no rules to this cook except for they have to have all 4 proteins. But those 4 proteins can be cooked in any manner they see fit.
When we return, food continues to be delivered to the judges, devoured by the judges, and the grand champion is crowned.
Hey! You make me come alive.
I've never felt so free.
Can't get you off my mind. There's still so much to see.
You bring out the best in me.
Hey! You make me come alive.
There's still so much to see.
You make me come alive. I never felt so free.
There's a city in the heart of South Carolina where you can recharge, reconnect, or relax.
I love experiencing the energy in Columbia. You can really tailor your Columbia experience.
Make plans for your next great escape to Columbia, South Carolina.
If you want live music, amazing record stores, some of the best restaurants with Southern cuisine, experience Columbia.
Get an insider's guide at experiencecolumbiasc.com and find the weekend you've been wishing for.
This is my smoker. I searched all over the place to find the right one. We were even going to build our own, and then I found the Lang. We use this smoker at the Southern Ground Social Club at our restaurant to smoke our meats and stuff. We use it here to throw down at the house. You can ride 200 degrees if you look on right here. That's dead on 200 degrees. This is my Lang smoker. Try to take it from me.
We're cooking on a Lang.
2 days of smoking, seasoning, and artistically preparing the final competition plates, it was time to announce the grand champion. But first, let's see what's cooking.
The top 5 overall scores move into the final round. We're going to take the top 5, and I'm putting them basically on stage to make their best creative dish. No rules.
Okay.
And that's where they're handed those 3 baseball plates, and they have about an hour to put together their best dish any way they want.
I feel like it's suffice to say batter up.
And they all want to be in that top 5.
They all want to be in that top 5, yeah. They want to walk that stage, present their dish, because this is one where, varying barbecue is very technical. You have to present this way, you have to plate this way, you have to use this. This is open range. They can do whatever they want.
The inaugural grand champion, First Class Barbecue!
So Robert Smith and the First Class Barbecue team from Texas take the title of grand champion and a big old check from capital city Lake Murray Country.
$10,000!
And these guys were pumped.
You're a former world barbecue champion at WFC. What is this for you?
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. We cook Texas barbecue. We came out here to South Carolina with some great people cooking on some Lang pits that we've never cooked on before. Thank you, guys. Thanks for having us out here.
And you got one more thing coming up right here Miriam's going to bring out. This is what he wants right here. He loves the check, but he wins a golden ticket to the World Food Championships.
But one more surprise was in store for one of these teams who also showed up and showed out.
There's one more surprise that one of our teams don't even know about yet. The World Food Championships is the leader in global food sports. The Southeastern BBQ Showdown is a qualifier for that event. Now, there was a little wrinkle to this. I called some of my friends over at the World Food Championships, and because they love the Southeastern BBQ Showdown and capital city Lake Murray Country, we got a little surprise for the team that traveled the farthest to get here and compete. One of these right here. A special, one-of-a-kind golden ticket that will be given to the Japanese team, the Wagyu Boys. We're about to reveal to them this huge surprise. We want to give you a golden ticket to the World Food Championships. There you go, guys. Yeah, man. The Wagyu Boys are going to the World Food Championships. There you go, guys. There it is, man. All right. Woo!
All you boys gonna be there!
So smiles all around here in Columbia, South Carolina. Bellies full and waiting for the band Alabama to close down the night in style. Southeast BBQ Showdown excursion complete. See you next time.